My 20-year journey as a photojournalist and travel photographer has taken me all over the world, but the very diverse cultures and colors of Asia hypnotized me. From Bali, Chiang Rai, and Angkor Wat to Rajasthan, Mandalay, and Shangri-La, I was on a mission to capture fresh perspective of people from various traditions, the land they live in, and their habitats. In a way, I wanted to give my audience, the people of Asia, intrepid travelers, and those with an eye for the exotic, another experience of the familiar. Along the way, I was amazed by how stunning and emotive black and white photography can be in documenting people. It was discovering the 50 shades of grey, so to speak. I began studying the works of those who practice this art, chiefly Henri Cartier-Bresson, Daido Moriyama, and Tatsuo Suzuki. The three of them gave me valuable insights that I am now applying to my work. Cartier-Bresson famously said that he looks for a punctuation point, the extra little thing, such as a person's gesture or motion, at a decisive moment. He has shot many scenes this way, but his 1932 iconic image of a man leaping across a puddle of water was named by Time as one of the 100 images that changed the world. This image symbolizes this technique. The best approach to any art form is simplicity. For all that's been said of Cartier-Bresson technique, he is most of all a master of the simple. Tatsuo Suzuki's aggressive and intrusive style has produced some memorable fleeting moments that give him a large following. His in-your-face style catches his subjects unaware, but the close proximity of his lens allows him to capture memorable candid moments of people, some thought-provoking, others in a natural beauty, and yet others the emotions that run deep in their inner beings. Tatsuo is never afraid to venture into the personal space of his subjects. He never asks for permission to photograph these strangers. Inspired by Robert Frank, Tatsuo aims to capture the decisive moment and humanity in its entirety. This can sometimes make people angry, but this is a signature that's not easily emulated and one that has sparked intense discussions that weigh the benefits against the cost of recording a moment in time. A legend in his profession, Moriyama Daido breaks convention and produces some of the most powerful images of street life. His advice is to get outside. It's all about getting out and walking. Forget everything you've learned on the subject of photography for the moment and just shoot. Take photograph of anything and everything, whatever catches your eye. Don't pause to think. That's the advice he gives people. It is this philosophy of Daido that made me view photojournalism in a different light. When asked for his views about taking snapshots of city streets, he once said that you are capturing the alien and unknown. Attributes such as having a sharp eye and a desire are important. It is a desire a photographer must feel in the instant he takes a shot. If you don't have the desire, you won't see what is there. To call photographs snapshots obviously risks being a little too literal, but the fragmentary glimpses of life in Japan that they offer are incisive exactly because they are mundane. They are engaging because they are often not actually very interesting or stimulating. The point is the atmosphere, rather than the subject. The contextual relationship already exists between my hawker center photos and my Singapore audience. To a certain extent, there's also a connection with those outside of the country who have frequented or are familiar with the reputation of our hawker centers through the Singapore Tourism Board promotions. The opportunities to engage them are manifold: social media, print and TV platforms, and commercial collaterals. My audience is Singaporeans in general, as they patronize hawker centers and also potential tourists to Singapore. But as I have already documented the lowest point of the hawker culture during the COVID-19 lockdown, my next work is to record its recovery. There is much vulnerability seen among the people. The challenges it faces are unprecedented, as the majority of its key market, which is the entire Singapore population, struggles through recession and retrenchments. If hawker culture gains recognition from UNESCO, interest in the hawker culture will spike not only in Singapore, but internationally as well. The internet, especially social media, has made this reach across boundaries possible. This set of circumstances presents me with the opportunity to photograph the city-state's hawker culture in a unique style that will appeal to the masses, and because of its evergreen nature that has lasted over 2 centuries. Using high-contrast black and white post-processing, my objective is to create a déjà vu mood that will have the ability to evoke the identical emotions at any point in the future as it does today. I've had success with this post-processing technique during my COVID-19 work on hawker centers. After studying the particular techniques of Daido and Tatsuo, I was happy with the results and was close to creating a very tense mood. It helped me accept high contrast post-production treatment, something which I cannot accept in the past. It is challenging to photograph in a low-light enclosed hawker center environment where everyone is busy going about their daily lives while taking a short break to have a meal here. It is also not an Asian habit to engage in conversations with people they do not know, much less to be photographed by a stranger. But it is as important that I develop a style that grows a brand unique to me. To get and to stay on this path, I have identified three important criteria from Cartier-Bresson, Daido, and Tatsuo that are critical. Firstly, transforming the mundane into the remarkable. Secondly, the decisive moment. Thirdly, aggressive and intrusive style to gain memorable fleeting moments. I aim to have these ingredients stand out in my work on Singapore's hawker culture because there is historical value to what I have already shot and plan to shoot. The National Heritage Board recognizes this and has given this project the full backing. The works that I have shot will also prove to be of historical archival value for many years to come. It will also pave the way for me to conduct workshops on this subject in corporate firms and educational institutions. My work in photography has reached an important point in my career. It has already led to two important milestones. I started giving lectures in photography at the Singapore University of Social Sciences, and I founded the Asia Photographers Union, in short APU. APU connects serious photographers and professionals from all over the world, and today it has about 8,000 members. They have so far benefited from monthly photo competitions, certifications, and festivals, notably the Asia Photo Festival and Golden Dragon Photo Awards. I now want to focus on cultivating the next generation of photographers and create new series of images every year. This master degree program certification will enable me to achieve this and open up more options to teach in arts institutions. It is the missing link in my career. I am also aiming for my high contrast photojournalism work to gain recognition among the practitioners of street photography.